Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Omoniola here with another video for you guys today. So today marks day one of Vlogmas. So I decided that I'm gonna put out a YouTube video every single day, or I'm gonna try to. Y'all hold me accountable. Every single day of December. That might be hard because I am traveling this month, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to compile some content for you guys and film as much as I can and post it on a schedule for you every single day. So this type of Vlogmas is not only gonna be about vlogging, but more so just about information that I've been asked, wisdom talks. I think I'm gonna do a segment called Wisdom with Miss Ola. Wisdom Wednesdays with Miss Ola. Wisdom Wednesdays with Miss Ola on my Instagram platform. Because I feel like I have a lot to share, and that's one of the gifts that I've been given. I do feel as though I am wiser beyond my years. I'm only 23, but I've heard a lot of things spiritually, and yeah, so I just want to share it with you guys. And yeah, so this video is going to be about advice for those who want to move out. So if you are in that ball, or you know, if you are in that realm of people that want to move out or are thinking about getting a house or moving into a luxury apartment or moving into an apartment in general, I think I have some insight to share for you guys here in this video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm way more active on there, as well as my TikTok. My Instagram is MISS_OLAA, Miss Ola. And my TikTok is Omoniola, OMONIOLAAA, so 3 A's. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so my first tip for you guys would be, number one, what is your why for moving out? What is your why? I think in life it's very important to know what your why is, because it guides you and it gives you the zeal, the motivation to carry out what you want to do. So I'll share a little bit about me. It's coming up on a year that me and my sister moved into our house. We started the process of building our house last July, and our house was finished we moved in December 21st, but our house was finished on December 1st. So closing and all those kind of things takes place between the 1st and the 21st. So yes, we moved in December 21st, and I've lived alone for majority of my college career. Like without my parents, I've lived by myself. So it was something that was really important to me, more so because I'm really big on peace, protecting my peace, making sure I'm in an environment that will allow me to thrive, allow me to have my prayer room, allow me to, you know, be the best Omoniola I can be. So that was always my thing. I loved living alone. I didn't even realize how much I loved it. And I know a lot of people talk about responsibilities and having to pay this and pay that, but that was never anything that really, like, you know, made me torn whether or not I should live alone or I should stay at home. So I would always say, what is your why? My why was I needed to protect my peace and walk in the authority that I was called to. And I feel as though I had to leave my parents' house because of that. You know, growing up, I have a lot of siblings. It was hard in some retrospects because, you know, there's a lot of kids, getting to know different personalities and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely had to walk out of that just to protect my peace and just to make sure I can flourish in everything that God has called me to. And your environment really does determine who you end up being if you don't take hold of it. So I moved out. So that was my why. So the first thing I'll tell you guys is examine what your why is. Okay, so my tip number 2 would be, make sure you are in a financial place to move. I tell everybody that this is so super important. Gen Z, millennials, I feel like we've just moved too fast sometimes, and you know, keeping up with the Joneses or whatever it may be. I feel like everybody wants to have a luxury apartment, everybody wants to get a house, everybody wants to get that nice car, everybody wants what everybody else has. And I think you have to be careful in that space, because that will leave you in debt. It will leave you in debt. So what I recommend is if you're trying to get an apartment, if you're trying to move out, have at least 5 months worth of rent saved up. So if your rent is $1,300, have about $8,000 saved up, because anything can happen. And as you guys know, in my life update video, like, I lost my job in August, and if I was not financially savvy, y'all, it could have been a different story. You know what I mean? A lot of people lose their jobs and that's the end for them, but you know, my story was different. God wrote my story differently. And I also have my hands, you know, which I've worked for myself for almost 6 months now. And it's important to understand what money is, the power money has, and how to leverage it. I believe that it is important to know what you want to buy, know if you can afford it, save up towards it, and see how to get there. So that's why I said, remember your why you want to do this, and keep finances in your head. It's very important. And with finances, it's not something that you just learn overnight. This has to be a skill that you are inhabiting every single day, whether to buy that fast food or not, or whether to buy that Gucci bag or that perfume, because perfume is my thing. And y'all, I have a problem. Perfume is my thing. So yeah, perfume is my thing. I have a problem, but you have to learn discipline. And I believe I am very disciplined in a lot of areas in my life. I'm disciplined when it comes to money. I know what goes in what account. I know how much I have saved up from a mortgage, and that kind of stuff as well. And I believe that before you buy a house, it should be the same thing. I was in a financial place to purchase a house, and that's why we were able to do that. A lot of people think that, oh, you know, it'll be okay. No, make sure you have that money in the bank account, because you don't want foreclosure to mess up your credit. You don't want you owing the bank, owing loans, and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you are in a place financially that makes sense for you to either get a luxury apartment, get an apartment, or be able to purchase a home as well, because you know, it's important. Money is important. What I'm gonna say is money is important. Don't let nobody fool you, kid you, say it'll be okay. No, money is important, and I do believe that God is a provider, but God also wants to see if you are a steward of money. If you are a good steward, how's he gonna bless you with more if you're not doing well with what you have right now? If you don't know when to not buy that Gucci bag, if you don't know when to not buy that Louis Vuitton scarf, whatever it may be, you need to be a good steward of money before you decide to move out. Okay, so the third tip that I would say for you guys if you plan on moving out is know what your boundaries are. I'm very big on boundaries, like very big. And one of the reasons I kind of live a little bit further from a lot of my friends, my family. And part of the reason that is because I don't like pop-ups. You know what I mean? I think it's important that I'm leaving an area for a specific reason, to have my peace of mind and feel at home. So I don't want to live so close to people where it's like you can pop up anytime, or are you home? All my friends know it's not given that. I think it also teaches you to be in a place where you're sound, your mind is sound, and people have accessibility towards you, but you're not always accessible. And I think I used to be overly accessible. Like, I was the friend that drove everywhere. I was the friend that planned everybody's stuff. I was the friend that everybody came to my apartment in college, everybody. And now I'm in a place where, you know, last weekend I had my housewarming for the first time, and that was the first time a lot of my friends have even been to my house. Mind you, I've been here for over a year. And it's because I think it's important to have boundaries and to know when you're mentally in a space where people can be around you all the time. Or, you know, I've realized that the way you respect your house and respect all the things you do, not everybody's going to do the same thing towards you. I am one of the only ones in my friend group that has a house. So a lot of them don't understand the magnitude of what it takes to keep up a home, and financial costs and all these kind of things. Like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Keeping up a home is a lot of money. But when you know that this is something you want to do, it's not a burden. Like, I don't feel it. I know I pay mortgage every month. I know I pay water bill, electricity bill, gas. I pay all these bills every month, but it's not a burden to me. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you know you're in a place where God has put you and you're not trying to compare yourself to other people's finances or living above your means, is what I would say as well. So definitely tip number 3 is having boundaries. Boundaries are really important in every area of your life, as well as moving. You know, my mom has only been here like 10 times and I've been here for a year. And that's not that she can't come over, it's just that she's created boundaries, and we've also created boundaries where she can't just pull up, or she tells us in advance like, oh guys, are you guys gonna be home on Sunday? I wanna come visit you. That kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I think it is important because one day me and my husband are gonna be in our house together, and I don't just want nobody just popping up on us. So I'm putting these into play now. So it's not just like, oh, Mama Kiniko is coming to Mama Kiniko. Mi ò fẹ́. My wá sínú ilé mi, okay? And my wá sínú ilé mi pẹ̀lú drama yín, which just means don't come into my house with drama and all this kind of stuff because you want to come to my house. So boundaries. Okay, so my last thing would be know where you want to move, the type of living you like. Where I live, I would say it's a very posh area, in the sense that safety was really important to us. We're women. We live in a house by ourselves, just me and my sister and our dog, King. So you guys might be hearing him in the background. He's right next to me. So safety is really important. We have like cameras in the back of my house and in the front of my house as well. And just being up to date, so knowing where you want to live is really important, especially when you're about to buy a house. Property value goes up depending on where you live. So my property value has literally increased over $100,000 because of the area where I live, and they're even building more homes behind where I live as well now. But the property value has literally skyrocketed because this area is becoming very in demand, which is great. So when we want to like do Airbnb in this house or something, because we plan to have it in our name forever, but when we want to do Airbnb in our house, or when we want to do something in our house, we can charge what we know the worth of the house is, and that's always a plus. So I would say definitely know the environment that you want to move into. If you want to move across the country, I would just say look into it. Having a realtor really helps. My realtor was amazing. The home was one of the easiest things I've done, even though it's one of the greatest things I've done. It was so easy. Me and my sister, I don't think we were stressed at all. Like, this is like something that was just like that, and now I know the process and I know things that go into it as well. So if you plan on moving out, I would say that these are 4 tips that I would say I wish somebody told me, but you know, I ended up learning as I went through the process as well. And just understanding that, you know, you can't escape reality when you move, right? Reality's still gonna hit, things are still gonna happen, but I think having a home, a place you can call a home, is really important. A place that you have peace of mind, that you're sound, that you can pray in, that you can have peace in, invite people in. Like, I'm very hospitable. I love hosting when I'm available. I love hosting people. So I would definitely recommend you guys just taking time to write things down on when you want to move, what's your budget plan for moving, can you afford it, you know, etc. And I think that would definitely help you with the moving process. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope this helped somebody out, and let me know if you guys have any more video ideas for me, and I will definitely get to them. Happy Vlogmas, 24 days till Christmas. Bye guys.